everyone, I'm Chester44 and welcome to this Let's Play of Queen's Wish, the Conqueror! Last episode, we made our way through the Ahriel thicket here, and the time has now come... The Dazed Sage? Hold on, what quest is that? Oh, okay, never mind. Anyway, next up... Right now... Hold on. Sage Malta can tell us more about this? Is there something I missed here? But yeah, last episode we made our way through this thicket, and it's time to go actually speak with the Ahriel. We have not actually interacted with any of them. Okay, never mind. Maybe we can learn more once we're there. Anyway, let's make our way towards Silvan, which is out the north, and... Alright. You leave the horrible thicket of thorns and emerge for the first time in the forest of the Ahriel. You stop for a moment, stunned. It is lovely. Leafy, healthy trees, broad paths, chirping birds, warm sun even when it rains. The Ahriel work with magic, and they have applied this art over the centuries to make their home lovely. For a moment, walking through their woods, you can almost become complacent. Visitors stay on the path. As you walk farther into Ahriel lands, you start to see beyond the beauty. Sometimes under piles of leaves you see fragments of bone. From some of the leafy branches you see thick clumps of spiderweb. You start to sense that you are being watched. There are no villages here, no guards to greet you. That is not the way of the Ahriel. Their forests, their lovely, carefully tended woods, are the defenses. Path to Havenland south, Silvan to the east. Oh, there's something over here. This is a stroke of luck. This cache of supplies was close to being overgrown by the thorny thicket, but you managed to dig it out. And a piece of quicksilver. It's said to stay on the roads, and oh dear, I see why. That is a lot of spiders. A lot of spiders. We're going to be dealing with a lot of poison, aren't we? I have a feeling that's what's going to happen here. Okay, immobile, but you're not going to be moving anywhere, so that's not a big deal. Fireball! Of course that one evaded. Why am I not surprised? I now very clearly see why they wanted us to stick to the roads. Alright. Whirlwind attack. Definitely helped. Finish off that one. Thank you. That one can be finished off fairly quickly. Immobile. Not actually keen on that. Oh good, a cleave. You can't move. You know what? But you can whip out a bow. There goes that one. All that leaves is this regular giant spider. They really like their immobility here. There we go. And you are going to do a healing wave. And there we go. Okay, like I said, I can see why they want us to stick to the path. There's these horrible, deadly spiders everywhere. That path was actually blocked off. Yeah, you know what? We can kill as many of these spiders as we can. I think that's probably a fairly good idea. It'll be less trouble to deal with later. Seems like these things are constantly very speedy, now that I think about it. Which is not very pleasant, in my opinion. Don't like how speedy they are. Okay, I approve of the bleeding in that one, though. I do that because Rupert can then step to the side, do a spinning attack, and deal with them. Ow. And whirlwind attack. Beautiful. Okay, you cure him. Cure her, I mean. Okay. Near Silvan. You finally reach some Ahriel settlements tucked in among the thick forests. You see crops, farmers, carts. After all the magic and enchanted thickets, it's strange to see normal people living ordinary lives. You don't become complacent, though. Both Sutter and Delia told you tales of lands such as this, heavy with enchantment, and the gruesome fates they visit on the careless and foolish. Fairy stories to fool children, or so you thought once. You still need to meet a proper envoy of the Ahriel, though. As you walk past the farmers and other simple folk, they nod courteously and return to their work. Likewise, farmers everywhere, they know that talking to soldiers and royalty when they don't need to just invites trouble. Okay. Silvan East, Havenlands West. You approach Silvan, a proper city in the Ahriel Woods. It's a beautiful place. The Ahriel are masters of woodwork, and the buildings are elegant and airy, made from long curved logs, varnished to a rich dark hue. Yet not all is well. Some roads are overgrown. Some of the older buildings are slumped over a little. Roofs have gaps where the tiles have blown away. It is a beautiful place, but the Ahriel are not taking the time to maintain it. Odd. I'm gonna take a look around it first, and then we'll go in. Right on the east coast. Alright then. A group of Ahriel soldiers notice you. They turn and move swiftly toward you. You admire the speed with which they move through the thick undergrowth. You also notice that some of them wield blades made of red energy, not steel. Then they get close enough to take a good look at you. They stop, look at each other, and run off to the east, heading off as fast as they can. What is going on here? You would have expected to meet a proper envoy by now. Let's go into the town and find out. We are Ahriel. Oh, this is a guard post. Not really anything of note in here, though. You enter the Ahriel city of Silvan. You are struck by how the city is split into two halves, separated by a canal. The south half is crowded, muddy, and poor. The north half is spacious and lovely, a garden with a handful of beautiful wooden halls. The people of in the south half of the town look like, well, people. Not the whimsical inhabitants of an enchanted forest, but simple farmers, merchants, and so on. When you get close to them, they find a reason to be somewhere else. They know who you are, somehow, and they keep their distance. Somehow, yes. Maybe, perhaps, I don't know. The big glowing sigil on my chest! One of the townsfolk bumps into you. He apologizes and passes by. Then you feel something in your hand. The man pressed something into your palm. You look at it. It's a note. It says simply, "You should talk to Istara." Istara. As you pass the guards, one of them clears your throats. You are the envoy, yes? The south half of town is the trench town. Just poor folk there. The blessed, the important people are north. She smiles. Hope this helps. We're going to look through everything here. Istara. There's the person we were told to speak to. So we shall. This humble home has only one occupant, a middle-aged woman with pale green hair. She is an elixir drinker, the only one you have seen in this half of town. Your invasion of her home doesn't trouble her. She has been expecting you. She spreads her hands wide and smiles. I am Istara. Welcome, Prince Rupert. I honor your visit to our humble trench town. If I might have a moment of your time. Sure. Just, need to keep it there. Istara motions for you to sit with her at the table. She pours some tea for you. Please rest, Prince of Haven. I don't have anything worthy of your status, I'm afraid. Except information. This trench town has given me its trust. You still aren't sure why she is here. She is the only person with the green skin of the Blessed who you have seen in the trench town side. So you knew I was coming?
Of course. Our leaders were too confused to send a proper greeting, I am sure. We small folk saw your arrival and passed the news around quickly. They neglect us, so we have to look out for ourselves.
As she talks, she shoots constant nervous looks at the door, as if she is afraid guards may come in at any moment. You are nervous.
Yes, the Blessed are confused, but they do want to hold on to power. I can't talk to you too openly. They might tend to me, make me disappear, even if I am blessed.
Tell me about this neglect.
The blessed always had contempt for the town folk. They are rich and we are poor, reason enough by their thinking. Then there is the elixir. It confuses, more and more every year, it seems.
You lead this trench town.
I am not an official, even though I am blessed. I am only a person the people here trust. I have spent my life here in Silvan. They know me. They know my heart. They know that they are treated poorly, and they know that I want to change things.
Why is your skin green?
The elixir. It is expensive, bitter stuff. Every coin I have ever earned goes to buy it. Other small folk donate coins to help me buy it. I drink it to be blessed. It is the only way the other blessed will take me seriously and listen to my complaints.
What do you want from me?
We know of Haven, your reputation. We know why you are here. The Ahriel were your vassals once. You want us to be so again. Let us be frank. We do not love Haven, not like the greedy Vol masters do. However, things in the Ahriel woods have grown intolerable of late. If you can prove that you are preferable to our current masters, we might be of use to each other.
We should talk. I'd like to know about you.
Of course, I offered to work with you. Out of nowhere. I need to win your trust. But then you have to win ours too. I have sacrificed much, and I will sacrifice more. It takes bravery to talk to you. We of the trench towns have suffered greatly since Haven left.
Why do you have to be brave to talk to me?
The councils who rule us are not so confused that they are utterly foolish. They will not tolerate the trench towns trying to deal with Haven. We must be very careful. Still, I am willing to take the risk.
How have the trench towns suffered?
The High Council see ordinary Ahriel as sheep to be shorn. Sheep. Sheep! They claim leadership and power over us, and they do nothing to earn it. They neglect us, lost in elixir dreams.
What sacrifice have you made? She holds out a trembling hand, displaying its pale green shade.
The elixir. I spent much to get it. Mostly my money, some given by my fellows. I drank it and let it change me to become blessed.
Why do you need to drink the elixir?
Our councils are formed of the blessed. The blessed claim all the power. I let the elixir change me so that they might listen to our pleas.
She suddenly grows furious. She slaps the side of her head, hard.
Foolish! Foolish me!
How have the other blessed treated you?
The Council of Silvan has 3 members. Yair the dancer cares enough to be in the city. The others stay in their mansions dealing with their own mad business. Yair will let me into her hall. She has to. She listens to the problems of the Ahriel. Then she ignores them or mocks them.
How has the elixir affected you?
I will live longer, I think. I have mad dreams. Some days it is hard to control my thoughts. When I feel madness coming, I can control it, but the effort makes my body shake. Telling you this shames me. Sometimes I'm not proud of the Ahriel.
Istara pours you more tea. Occasionally her hands shake and her face twitches. Other times she giggles oddly. Perhaps the effect of the elixir. I'd like you to tell me about the Ahriel.
Good. The last time Haven came to our forest, it was your Queen Sharon who visited. She only talked to the blessed, the leaders. Your kind was never interested in how we normal Ahriel struggle.
What is your struggle?
The blessed, the elixir drinkers, rule over us. Only they can sit on our councils. Only they choose who are on the councils. We of the trench towns are left in neglect.
What are the blessed doing wrong? She is silent for a while, as if she forgets you are here. Then she snaps back to attention.
What? Oh, they just don't care about us. Part of that is the arrogance of the rich. Part of that is that elixir warps the mind. The result is that our proud nation slowly rots away, and they don't care.
What do the trench towns think of the Blessed?
We used to admire them, then disliked them. Now, we are angry. Yet they have the wealth and the power and the warriors and the mages. If we challenge them, they hurt us. It is a great risk talking to you like this, Prince. I need to take this risk.
What should be done about it?
I'm not sure yet. I don't want to ruin our forest. I only want justice. I want things to be properly run. Your eyes are not cruel. Perhaps we can develop a solution together. Perhaps.
Why did you want so much to talk to me? She thinks carefully about how to proceed. She is confused for a moment. Then she comes to a decision.
Actually, I should not describe things to you. I should let you see for yourself. There is a council member in town, Yair the dancer. I know she will want to meet you. You should go and see her. I think it will be instructive.
That's all I need.
Thank you for honoring me with your presence, Prince of Haven.
Very curious. So there's a rebellion brewing here in the Ahriel lands. Very interesting. Silvan fine cloth. Several Ahriel are working the looms here. The Ahriel make a lot of cloth. Not good enough to get Haven's attention, but adequate. The presence of royalty makes them very nervous. They don't want to talk to you. Well, we're not going to get anything out of there. Mining office. Oh, there's a couple people. Well, there's a person here. Oh, a chest. That's a little coin. Kaimil's companion in his office is a big, healthy dog. The tag around his neck reads Sky. He barks and rubs up against your legs, eager for pats.
He's a good boy.
I'm sure. Okay, not going to be able to take that. This is a workshop and office full of scales, stone samples, and tools. The Ahriel do a lot of mining, mainly for quicksilver, the heart of their potion craft. An aging, pale man approaches to shake your hand.
You are the Haven envoy, yes? I am Kaimil, master of mines for Silvan. Please, let me assist you.
Though he has no doubt worked with quicksilver, his skin is entirely free of green tint. You're in charge of the mines of the forest.
In a way, I handle claims, examine ore. I advise the younger miners and tell the older ones how to tend to their aching joints. It is brutal work digging out the precious cinnabar, even more so with all our recent troubles. Yet we are the ones who make the foul elixir that makes the Ahriel who we are.
What exactly is cinnabar?
A crumbling reddish rock. Doesn't look like much at first. Heat it, though, and the precious quicksilver oozes out. Under our woods, the earth is rich in it, more than anywhere else in all the known lands.
How do you make the Ahriel the Ahriel?
Quicksilver is the heart of potions. A tiny bit makes a healing potion heal. Add more and you get elixir. The brew and poison for the blessed who lead us.
You have many troubles? He takes you to a desk. A map of the Ahriel woods is unrolled on its surface, and many areas are marked with red circles.
Since Haven left and our councils took over again, the blessed have neglected us. Problems appear and nobody solves them. I can't do it, I'm an old man.
Tell me about the Blessed.
They are the ones who rule us, but don't help us. I can't say more than that. There are risks.
Kaimil eagerly shows you around his office. He shows you tools, explains mining techniques, tells you tales of the Ahriel woods and adventurers, looking for claims. He seems to take real joy in it. Sometimes he bends down to scratch his dog or feed him a treat. You don't approve of elixir. He shakes his head.
Elixir is... Nobody is sure what all it does. It's a solution of many herbs with quicksilver. Lots of quicksilver. And our leaders drink it. The blessed don't listen to mere miners, so they don't learn what we learn.
And what do you learn?
Miners who work with cinnabar go mad eventually. Those who cook it to extract the quicksilver go mad faster. There's no mistaking the effect nor the source. Poor Istara is our leader. She drinks the stuff, knowing what we do. She cares about our trench town enough to take in that poison so we can have a voice.
What happens to the miners eventually?
The mad ones? The younger miners look after them. Give them simple work. Keep them fed. And when they get old, they are looked after in turn. We look after our own.
Do the Blessed know that the elixir might drive them mad?
It is amusing. Once they denied Quicksilver had any effect. Then the truth could no longer be denied. Now they say the madness of the elixir is not madness, but wisdom. They think it only makes them more worthy to lead us.
That's a hard thing.
Thank you, Prince. Most of your rank don't bother with us. When Queen Sharon came here, when I was young, she never talked to a minor. Anything else you would know?
Perhaps I can help with some of your problems.
I was told that you were coming here and that I should try to enlist your help. We Trenchtown folk need allies, and we can pay for your help. For example, you can reclaim the lost mines of Bramblespire. They are to the north, next to the Bramble Barrier. There is an infestation of spiders. The council won't give us help, but you could.
Who told you that I might offer help?
I would rather not say. I don't want to cause trouble.
What is Bramblespire?
It is an old cinnabar mine, one of the finest once. In its declining years, still productive when we controlled it. Alas, it is by the Bramble Wall, and the stray magic oozing from that place can cause problems. For example, in this case, an invasion of giant spiders.
What is my reward for your help?
The pits of Bramblespire are almost played out, but a generous share of the quicksilver we get from there can go to Haven's forts.
By the way, Kymil, if quicksilver is so dangerous, why do you work it?
You are a prince, right? It shows. We are poor folk. We have to do what work we can get, or we starve. Madness is bad, but it's slower than starving.
I suppose. To some. So, the way everything is spoken about here, it sounds like this place is just led by a whole bunch of drug addicts. Wait, was there something there? No, that's just that. Effectively drug addicts, anyway. You stumble onto an interesting scene. You pause to watch. Several Ahriel, none of them with green skin, wait anxiously on the south side of the stream. Many of them hold papers. They look like they're here to present petitions. A guard crosses the bridge. He shouts,
Sorry, glorious blessed Yair the dancer is busy today. She doesn't have time. Come back tomorrow.
The crowd slumps off, looking defeated. Anything in here? Just a bunch of townspeople. Is this another just regular hut? Looks like it. There's a basement in here. Let me guess. Slimes? Spiders! Not slimes, but spiders. Sure, I think we can clear out these spiders. Why not? Throw out a poison. Spiders are not immune to poison. Muhaha. They're also not immune to getting stabbed. Please stop with the biting. There we go. That probably helps out a lot. I wonder if that guy would have asked us to do it. Royalty or not, the Ahriel don't appreciate people breaking into their homes. You are invited to depart. Okay, leaving. Okay. There's not much else around here, so let's look around on the north side. Ooh. The guards nod respectfully when you cross the bridge into the north half of town. It's even more beautiful up close. Fragrant gardens and copses of beautifully trimmed trees. There are only a few people up here. They all have greenish skin, white hair, and a distracted air. These must be the famed Blessed, the elixir drinkers of the Ahriel. They don't talk to you, they only rarely seem aware that you are here. It's a big wolf. Finest brews of the Ahriel. I'll go there in a minute. The odor of this shop makes your nose burn and your eyes water. It mostly sells the strange alchemical concoctions of the Ahriel. The bubbling brews are tended by an Ahriel woman who is completely unaffected by the acrid air. She blinks through the haze at you.
Oh, the Havenite. I expected you. I am Pula, and this is my workshop. State your business.
Tell me about your shop.
Don't you know more about us? Potions and brews are the great art of the Ahriel. That is why Haven keeps pestering us, isn't it? You like to buy our potions? I also make elixir.
Tell me about elixir.
It is the symbol of us blessed. Elixir gives us lovely skin, long life, and beautiful dreams. The quicksilver preserves us, and it gives us the wisdom necessary to rule the Ahriel woods.
Well, I guess lovely green skin would be nice if you're a, whatever the name of the species from Star Trek is. Why am I blanking on the name? Do you sell potions?
Almost never. I deal with refined brews, elixir, and components for magical research. I don't make brews for brutish soldiers.
Pula continues to tend to her bubbling brews and concoctions. The smells and smoke only affect you more the longer you stay in here. When she works, she keeps her back to you long enough to make it clear that she's being rude. I'd like to trade with you.
No, I will not sell my special and refined reagents to outsiders, especially those who would make us vassals. But I have had problems getting necessary supplies for my work. I will not sell, but I am willing to buy.
Can I buy elixir?
No, never! Do what you want. Stab me, put me in the stocks. I will not sell a colonizer the source of all our wisdom and authority to rule.
Well, we have nothing to say, so that's all I need. Pula chops roots and stirs brews. She doesn't respond. Okay, then. There's a building over here. I don't know whose. Great Hall of Silvan. Also, there appears to be a garden over here. A woman is walking around this small park, carefully pruning the trees. She is dirty, has numerous tools hanging from her belt, and is the only person in the north half of town without greenish skin. You watch her for a bit. She trims branches and picks weeds. Then she says, without looking up,
I am a tender of the woods. I am Yantha.
You're a tender of the woods.
Yes, not the only one. There are many of us.
This town is very pretty.
Yes, but our trees are more than just pretty. Our forests are the greatest treasure to the Ahriel. They must always be tended to.
How many tenders are there?
Nobody knows. We're always wandering the forest. Many wander off into the woods to tend to a deep grove, never to return. We don't have meetings. We follow the trees.
The woods are your greatest treasure.
They feed us. They shelter us. They are our best defense. They repel those who would invade and control us. Sometimes they also attack those who would help us.
You spend a peaceful moment watching Myantha tend to her trees. It helps you appreciate this lovely place. Occasionally, she directs you to pick a weed or hold a branch out of the way. How does one become a tender?
The trees responded to me from a young age. I became an apprentice to an older tender. I learned how to listen to them and how to speak to them. It is the most honored an Ahriel can be without drinking elixir and becoming blessed.
You are not blessed.
No. No true blessed would do something as undignified as work in the sun and dig in dirt. They're too good for that. They also lack the knack.
Why can't a blessed tend to trees?
Controlling the trees requires great dedication and focus. Elixir has an effect on them. It keeps them from focusing. They can no longer hear the trees.
Why are you telling me all this?
Most tenders don't like to talk, myself included. We prefer the company of trees. I am talking to you because someone I respect asked me to. Don't ask who. I won't say.
Your woods are dangerous.
Yes, they are our army. They split invaders apart, consume them. Haven will never control the Ahriel, not without the agreement of some of the Ahriel. Too many paths, too many beasts.
What sort of beasts are out there?
Nobody can count them all. Giant animals, magical horrors. Our woods are full of enchantment. Maybe it comes from the quicksilver in the ground. Makes for all sorts of odd beasties.
How do the woods kill?
The paths change. You get lost. You wander until you starve. Or you are deposited into a grove full of hungry horrors. That is why I would give you advice.
I would like your advice.
There's a struggle here. You don't see it. Some want you here. That is why you have a chance of surviving our woods. They are still not safe. Don't enter an unexplored area until you are ready for a fight. Always be alert.
She nods, takes a pair of shears from her belt, and walks off. Well, if this is a barracks, I think we can go take a look in the barracks. That should be easy enough. You are real. Yes, I am. Oh, Haven report. We got resources. Good. I'll take them. We'll need more iron to sell stone. There is one person who is actually working in the garden half of the city.
This soldier sits at a proper wooden desk, surrounded by piles of supplies and unanswered letters. When you enter, he rises and bows.
I am Hartley, head of the watch in Silvan.
He points at a pile of scrolls on his deck.
You're from Haven. You'll solve problems for us, right?
You're unusually direct.
That is what Haven does, though, yes? Come into other lands, make us reliant on you, then take what you want? Well, I am overwhelmed, and the Council isn't helping. Our system is struggling. I will take all the help you can offer me.
Tell me about the Ahriel system.
Oh, gladly. I am blessed, I know it well. Each city has a council, a triad of blessed chosen to lead us. Sometimes decisions need to be made for all of the Ahriel. Then the councils go to form the High Council at High El Hovo. That's it in a nutshell.
How are the councils selected?
When a councillor steps down or dies or becomes too lost in dreams, all the blessed in a city come together and argue until there is a consensus about which of them becomes a new councillor. Then they serve until there can't.
Where is Silvan's council?
One of them is always in the Great Hall. The other two spend time on their estates doing the things they do. None of them pays attention to what is happening, of course. They just move around while they don't pay attention.
Surely there are disagreements about who becomes a councillor.
Of course, sometimes. Consensus can be difficult to reach. That is what assassinations are for.
How do the councils make decisions?
Each council has 3 members. They have problems presented to them. They decide how to respond. They vote if there is a disagreement. Then they issue their ruling, and people like me do the work. It worked for a long time.
How does that system work in practice now?
Haven meddled in our affairs for years. Then, when you left, we had fallen out of practice with using power. Our leaders had also drunk a lot of elixir. Now the councils have become detached. They don't give me enough guidance.
He points at the piles of scrolls on his desk.
They neglect us.
Aren't you scared of criticizing them?
I am blessed. I am protected in a way that the people in the trench towns aren't.
You know, Haven is very good at coming in from outside and cleaning up unruly political systems.
We know. We have experienced it. You take over, you make us dependent on you. Then you flee when things get a little difficult and don't think at all about how we suffer. Make no mistake, Havenite, I have no interest in being your vassal. I will pay for the help you give.
How are things around Silvan now?
We are beset by problems, big and small. Mirelings, beasts, disputes among our people the councils won't hear. I am blessed, so I can say it.
How are the trench towns reacting to our return?
Your presence is giving them hope. The councils neglect them. They want change. They don't understand how much the blessed care about them. Some of them are foolish enough to want to be vassals again. I hope they will not succumb to that madness.
Hartley sits with you at his desk. There's a pile of scrolls behind you, a mountain of unfinished jobs and problems that need solving. He constantly, nervously rearranges a pile, as if this helps. Why should I work for you?
I will pay you. The council doesn't give me guidance, but I do have a budget. You need supplies for your miserable little colony in the center of Sacramentum, right? I can help you with that.
So what would you have me do?
There is a problem I don't have the resources to solve. It is in Sandalwood, so it's right that you deal with it. It's an abandoned village. Beasts have settled there. Strange creatures that cloud the minds of those nearby. I don't know where these pests came from, but I want them gone. They've been waylaying and devouring travelers on the roads.
What was Sandalwood?
It was a trading village on the road between us and you. They profited from the potions we sold to Haven. When you left, the village was mostly abandoned. Then monsters took over.
What are these creatures?
Our scouts have seen big, weird beasts. Half plant, half animal, scuttling around. When they were in view, even from a distance, the scouts felt faint and confused. Not the sort of thing you want lurking around the children, yes?
How are these beasts created?
We've had centuries of blessed, many of whom were mages. Centuries of magical experiments carried out by those lost to elixir dreams. It's a wonder we don't have more such creatures about. Okay, Sandalwood down there. I think we can work on that, although that's going to be a bitch to deal with, I can tell you now. Mental effects. Only place left is the main hall. This is going to be a long episode, it already is, but we gotta go through Silvan.
This is a gigantic, glorious meeting hall. It is centuries old, a place where the Ahriel can come together to debate, meet, or feast, and it has been almost entirely abandoned. It is dim and dusty. Cobwebs are everywhere. There's not been a proper gathering here for a long time. There's only one person here, a woman in flowing ceremonial clothes sitting behind the high table to the north. Also, I just noticed that the table here doesn't really match. I can see the seams. Well, there's nothing of note here, so let us speak to her. Yair the dancer. A young, tall Ahriel sits at the table. She has pens and papers in front of her. Sometimes she even looks at them. When you get close, she rises and gives an elegant bow. Then she sits again. She looks at you disdainfully. I am Yair the dancer of the Council of Silvan. I am stuck here bothering with city business. I assume you were let into the gardens of Silvan for a reason. Who are you? I am Prince Rupert of Haven. Yes. I heard rumors your lot had returned. Come back to Sacramentum for some reason. You have some diplomatic business with me. Yes. Well, I am but one part of the council of one city in our woods. What do you want? I am very busy. The Ahriel have a treaty with Haven. You have not given us what you owe. She rolls her eyes. Blah, blah. You had treaties with us, then the calamity happened and you fled our continent like cowards. Now you expect to enter our halls and bluster and win our respect? Nonsense. She waves you away. I have work to do. Go away. Return when you can talk sense. Yair the dancer watches you with obvious disinterest. In the dim light, you can see the deep green shade of her skin. She's been drinking elixir for a long time. I'd like to learn more about the Ahriel. There is nothing to learn. We mind our own business. We don't want Haven here. Leave me to my work. She waves you away. Work that you're barely doing, clearly. Okay, let's go back and speak with Istara again. She's the only one who's willing to speak with us. And here we are. Why did you want so much to talk with me, Istara? You have seen Yair the dancer. How were you treated? She watches your reaction and smiles. Yes, I thought so. Prince, I am afraid, yet I must take this chance. It may be the only one. I have a question for you. You're afraid? Of course. You have seen what Yair is like. Imagine what she will do to me if she thinks I am challenging her power. The elixir, it gives me courage. It makes it so easy to be angry. Angry! What is your question? I know why you are here. You want things from the Ahriel. You offer things in return. Will you be like Queen Sharon and only talk to the Blessed? Or will you hear offers from the people of the trench towns? I want the Ahriel to be our vassal again. I will deal with anyone who can help me. I see. Make no mistake, I do not want to be anyone's vassal. However, our lives under the High Council are growing intolerable. Hear what offers I have to make, Prince of Haven. I have the trust of the Ahriel. You have an army. Maybe we can do business. I've considered things. I'll hear any offers you have. All right. I can't make an offer yet, but I can make an offer possible. Only beware. The Blessed of the Ahriel Woods will be angered if they find that you are dealing with the trench towns. I decide who I talk to. Say what you have to say. If we lowly people can gain seats on the High Council, we can make things better for ourselves and for Haven. However, this trench town will listen to me. I have authority in Silvan, not elsewhere. I will need allies. Please, travel north to the city of Mesidi. In their trench town, find Lonius. Tell him that you can help him gain power if the Ahriel Woods become a vassal again. I think he will be interested. How can I get to Mesidi? The road leads north. The signs will point the way. However, beware the woods. The Blessed are too confused and cowardly to act against you directly. The Ahriel have always been defended by the magic of our forests. The Blessed are sure to turn this power against you. Tell me about Lonius. He is gruff, angry, infuriating usually. Worst of all, he is cautious. Yet he has real authority in the trench town of Mesidi. If we want seats on the High Council, Silvan's influence alone won't be enough. We will need Mesidi's help. What will the Blessed think of this mission? They will be angered by it. I would not tell them what you are doing. If they find out, then the blessed sphere of Haven may not be enough to protect you.
Understood. City, that's all the way up there. We're not going to be able to get to it, I don't think. It's on the other side of this. So we're going to be clearing out everything we can for the Ahriel here. Can we even reach Bramblesmire? Anyway, that's everything here. We have one or two other things to do here, and then I'm going to end the episode. First things first. Back to the Ahriel thicket. Speak with our leader here. General Toru, I have met with someone of authority in Silvan. You tell General Toru the tale of what happened. He listens with great interest.
This Yair the Dancer is vacant and arrogant even by Ahriel standards. I doubt she has much influence in the High Council. Istara sounds very interesting. Leader of a trench town. Clever, ambitious. If I could, I would spend time working with her. She has potential. A good start, and yet you may have a long way to go.
Where else in the Ahriel woods is worth visiting?
Silvan is a minor town, but now we are known. The next closest city of any import is City, which is to the north. Again, were I you, I would go there and meet those in charge, both in the council and in their trench town. There is always someone greedy for power that we can utilize.
Where is City?
Due north from Silvan, a long march along the strange, dangerous, enchanted woods of the Ahriel. The real challenge in getting there will be their thicket.
Tell me about this thicket.
My scouts have already found and inspected it. It is similar to this thicket, but larger and better defended. I've been looking for ways to slip traders and spies past it with no luck. You will need to pass it. With luck, they will just let you through.
Who is in City?
I have never been there, and all of our information is decades out of date. Mages, diplomats, traders for sure. It will be interesting to find out, yes?
Indeed. Not quite done here. I want to take a look back at our main fort. See if there's any messages, which there probably are. Any messages for me? No. Okay. Tell me, by the way, are we making progress bringing civilization?
Some progress. I managed to teach the kitchen to bake the rolls of the self-proof...
Okay, we know that. What does my mother think of me? Mother very pleased. What do the people think? Tendency to be merciful. How am I progressing? Okay. Nothing new there, but thank you. Alright, all I have to do here now is sell the extra stone I have, because I'm full on stone, and then that's basically it. I'm going to go ahead and end this episode here, because it has gone on way long enough. This is a very long episode. 45 minutes, I think. Jeez. Next episode, while we do have some progress, that's all I need. While we have made progress, I think the next place we're going to go to will be our fort, so that we can open it up. We definitely need that fort open so that we can start getting quicksilver and supplies. Then we'll probably clear out the Cinnabar Woods, and then take a look to the south. Oh, we need to actually be out of this place. But that'll be in the next episode. So, until then, I am Chester44. That is Rupert, Elspeth, Terrence, and Patricia. This has been a Let's Play of Queen's Wish the Conqueror. And I shall see you all, excuse me, next time.